Yo, hey, what's up, guys? Tomorrow is CVC, and like always, we get progressive chances to summon champions, and we will take a look who they are. Should you pool them? Or right now, I totally don't recommend to pool because we got next weekend our champion chase or the hero's path right after the champion chase. So I wouldn't recommend to pool, but maybe some of those champions are really good for you and you want them, and I don't wanna like deny your desire. So let's take a look who they are. Corvis, what can he do? He can do decrease attack on his A1, really nice. It's not the best, not the worst in the world. And on his A2 attacks all enemy 2 times, and he can increase the duration of debuffs on the enemies by a turn and increase the duration on buffs on your whole team by 1 turn. It is cool. It's like Aniwi or some other champions. It is really cool, and he can use up to 4 poisons and a poison sensitivity on the end. So in case of a poisoner, I think he's one of the best because poison sensitivity plus poison is really nice. And also he can decrease the attacks, the damage on your team by 5% for every poison. It stacks up to 25%. It is a really cool champion, but can I recommend him? I wouldn't pool for him. Now let's talk about Arak. Amazing champion. He has AoE attacks on every skill of him, so he is really nice in the hex set, provoke, whatever you wanna bring, stun or so. But he will destroy his own max HP, but with his passive, right here, he will actually get more defense, more crit damage and more resistance about it, and that's really cool. So you're actually not losing your max HP, you just stack it up with defense, so you basically get the same damage. So that's really cool. On his A2 he can place a decrease attack, and then he can activate all burns on the whole team. That's really nice, so you get instant damage out of the burns, and next turn the enemies will take a turn. They will get extra damage on HP burn in one go. And on his A1 he can increase the duration of burns by a turn. It's not 100%, but it's really nice. His passive, I already told you, he will gain speed, crit damage, defense, resistance, while he has max HP destroyed. And overall, he is an amazing champion if you don't have him already, because he was a free login champion. Can I recommend to pool for him? Like 70% yes, he is a really nice champion to have, and he can change your account. So he is recommended, but on the end it's up to you if you want to pool your shards. So Mitaki, where is he good? Hydra. He is a specialist for Hydra. I haven't seen him in other places in the game too often. Maybe you can use him, it's still okay. He is a really nice damage dealer for other areas in the game, but he's more of a specialist for Hydra. And the thing is, he brings Hex on the whole enemy team, and Hex is kind of overpowered in Hydra. I'm telling you, if you bring Hex in Hydra, your runs will be just so much better. And also he can place decrease defense and decrease attack on the whole enemy team, and basically if you have decreased attack on the enemy team the whole time, you can't die if you have certain HP and defense. So that's really nice. His A1 attacks one enemy and has a chance to place the HP burn. That is amazing for Hydra. HP burn is a source of extra damage, but also if your other teammates are attacking the boss or whoever, he has a 50% chance to join into your attack, and he will do extra damage, placing HP burn. And yeah, can I recommend to go for him? If you wanna do amazing damage in Hydra, wait, I'm gonna show you quickly my Hydra team where I used him. Let's go quickly. So if you wanna do amazing damage in Hydra, I used him in, he's my hard team. I can flip my hard and my brutal team around and they do basically almost the same damage, but he is in my 469 million damage team in hard. So if you want to focus on Hydra and you want to get a really good damage dealer, control champion, okay, not control, but saving your damage because of the decreased attack, he is a really nice champion, and I can recommend to go for him if you want him. To Hanok, What does he bring? He is amazing in Hydra. I haven't seen him in other places performing too good. Don't get me wrong, you can use him and he will still do a decently good job, but he was really shining in Hydra. And first of all, he brings increased speed and increased defense. It makes your Hydra run way more stable and you are way faster. That's a good thing. Another thing is he can attack one enemy and then placing a decrease attack and a block buffs, but also taking 2 random debuffs from the enemy and applies a debuff spread. So the whole enemy team will get 2 random debuffs spread, and if he goes first, that's 100% block buffs and decrease attack. Also, he can use decrease attack and continuous heal on himself while using it on the enemy with the lowest HP. And the really good thing about him is you kind of have to combine him with another continuous heal champion if you want so, maybe you don't want to, but every time he takes a turn he will take 1 random debuff from your whole team and just cleanse it. But if you have continuous heal, you get 2 of those debuffs, and that makes him kind of really nice to be in the spot of a Inquisitor Shamael. Because every time he takes a turn, he will just cleanse those debuffs again, so your whole team goes, and then they all get fear, for example, because they're all AoE, but then he comes in, cleanses it off, and on the next rotation all your champions can go again, and no worries about it. Can I recommend him for Hydra? Yes, totally. He is like a really nice one. If you focus on Hydra again, you should pick up one if you want to. Again, it's your own decision, but he will perform really nice in Hydra. Nekrit, one of the best PvP champion in the game. Maybe not the best overall, but he is so useful in live arena, even in classic arena, and if you never faced him, you have no idea what he does, so that's why I'm here. So on the start of a round, that's the beginning of every fight, every stage. Like if you hit a new wave, you will get block debuffs, ally protection and strengthen on your champion that has the least HP. That's already amazing, and most of the time those are your damage dealers who are attack based. And he is probably the best champion to make actually your attack based champions work, because they won't die if he's in the same team and your enemy team is not controlling you, like cleansing your stuff away. And also the champion who has block debuffs, no ally protection, and you attack him, that champion will get another shield. So if they break through a shield, they will just gain another shield. It makes them super incredibly tanky, I'm telling you. And also he can place block debuffs, ally protection and strengthen on a targeted ally from you, so that is really nice. Basically you have 2 champions on the end with ally protection and strengthen and stuff. And also he can team up with those champions you place the ally protection on, and most of the time those are 2 champions, because one of them will like get that one on the beginning of a round, and that one you can aim on champions you are actually desired to have it on, and then you will just team up with them, and he's doing so much stuff. And attack will use the default skill. I think you get an extra turn if you kill someone. Grants an extra turn if you kill somebody. So he's amazing. A1 decrease attack, so decrease attack always helps. Like you're not getting too much damage incoming. And can I recommend him if you are looking for arena champions? He is one of those champions who mostly get banned in live arena. But don't understand me wrong. It is because he is incredibly good. Of course, if you have 2 champions that will get banned all the time, then they gotta decide who to actually ban. But if he stays in your team, he's a monster of a defense champion for your other champion. So if you go for PvP, again, it's your own decision, but if you pool, he will probably the really juicy one for arena. On the epics, I will just talk briefly about it, because for most people they are not too game changing on the end. Instead of 1 champion right here in the epic category, Old Gracchus, to be honest, nobody wants him. Maybe he's one of those Mikage fusion champions, I don't know right now. Delaja, she is one of those fusion champions for Mikage, so maybe you want to pick up one. Vogov is a cool champion for if he gets attacked, he will heal by 50% of his damage incoming to the rest of your team and also on himself. That is cool. He has some use cases, but yeah, it's not like I never see this guy. And yeah, the diamond in those badge is the Man Eater if you don't have one already and you maybe want to start up your unkillable for clan boss, and maybe you got an Emic and want to use an unkillable for Hydra, and he would be like super really nice for you, and it's an epic. The chances to get him is way higher, so I can totally recommend him if you don't have him and you need unkillable or something for your clan boss. He is way easier to build than other champions, for example like the Mifa. Skimfos, yeah, it is not like I can recommend him. To be honest, I don't even know what he does right now, but I never see teams about him, and maybe, yeah, if you have something in mind where he is like super nice, let me know, and we will talk about the legendaries about the next batch. It's the day after tomorrow. We will get Ragash, Herndik, Dracomorph, Weho Bone Spear, Acrisia. Ragash is really nice in here. Herndik is not the best in the world. He's a cool one. I used him, I have him +2 and he is, yeah, I used him for a long time on my account, but basically I didn't have something else. But I wouldn't pick him. I would pick probably Ragash from those ancients and sacreds and stuff. Dracomorph is way outdated. Nobody uses him anymore. You can use him in Clan Boss still. He's an okay champion. Like, he is better than the average champion for Clan Boss, but you don't see him in any other areas in the game too much because it's just not happening too much. Yeah, he got decreased defense and weaken. He could be cool, but on those ancients I would probably go for Ragash, and he's a really nice one for PvP, but he can also be used in other areas because he got the increased speed and stuff. So I would probably go for Ragash. Weho Bone Spear on the Void or Acrisia. They're both great, to be honest, but yeah, if I have to decide, it's definitely 100% Acrisia for me. Weho Bone Spear can be used in Sand Devil speed farms, in Phantom Shagoon speed farms, and also a really nice champion. But overall, between those two, I would go for Acrisia because yeah, I'm more Hydra focused and I can use him. Acrisia on Hydra and Weho Bone Spear probably not, so that's why I would take, yeah, Acrisia. And let's talk about the epics. Stag Knight, to be honest, if you are mid-game and you're needing some cool champions to make up your account better, Stag Knight is 100% one of those champions that can just increase the usability of your account by doing, maybe you getting from Dragon 20 to Dragon 25 because of him for his decreased attack and decreased defense, and also decreased speed. NX, yeah, it's not like you're gonna use him too often. Maybe you can use him in your clan boss, but that's probably everything you do with him on the end, on mid game or something. Even then, it's not like I would recommend to put him on 60. It's not like the best. Sagala, I just simply say no. It's 2024. Just no, skip that champion. Whatever. Don't make it level 60. Whatever. Madame Series. And that's kind of a hot topic because yeah, she can be really nice in arena, but the polymorph meta is kind of, yeah, killing her. But still, if you see your enemies not having polymorph too much, you could still use her, and she is nice cleansing off those buffs from your enemy team and then putting out decreased defense and decreased attack. Really nice ones. Oboro, I haven't used him, her, I don't know right now, by myself, but I have seen Yannick using him or her in Hydra as a mischief tank, and it was really nice. So it is a cool one. Between those void champions, I would probably go for Oboro for Hydra because I'm more focused on Hydra, and Madame Series is not as usable in arena anymore, so I probably would go for Aurora, but it's up to you. You can decide, and maybe you're not gonna pull anything or whatever. So that's all about the champions coming from tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. And let me know if you like it to see it more. If I go in depth about the whole kit, like the first part in the video on the champions, like showing everything off, or the second part where I just talk briefly about them, where you can use them, and that's it. Just go on with your life, and that's okay. And yeah, there was everything we had to talk about: the progressive champions to pull from tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, and that will be the end of the video. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't done already, and yeah, have a nice day.